Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Last time we began the final, I guess, chapter of SHIMOUSA? The Ultima Cantica, those. Tragedy. Donzo, who seemed to be like, okay, well, yeah, these are the good guys. They've been good to me. Maybe I should help them. Turns out she was being manipulated the entire time, even though she thought she was gaining her own will, and she bit the dust. So that's tough. But yeah, we should be finishing SHIMOUSA today. It should be interesting. But to be fair, the guy I mainly wanted to kill was Caster of Limbo, mainly because of what happened last time, and he's dead, so, you know. AV6 and Meridaki Gogeta. Yeah, just Saber of Imperio, and then the Sorcerer, Amakusa Shiro, who's apparently alive. He's on the servant, he's alive. So that's interesting. And he has the same, or similar Lord Musashi, in that he's been traveling worlds and then ended up here and was like, yeah, this is a good spot to to enact my evil plan from. But yeah, anyway, I guess let's just get into it. Ultima Cantica, the Stage of Carnage, Onrieto, ending. Yeah, actually, yes, I did a interlude yesterday, which I recorded. That will probably be out later tonight. To get 2 Saint Chords, because I was 2 off of a 10 pull, so I was like, I'll do that and then do 10 pull. I didn't get shit. I got absolutely nothing from it. So that's great. But yeah, still got 12 more days. Surely I'll get her right. Surely. Let's jump into it. She's at 87 now, huh? Hang on. Actually, I think everyone I have in is pretty. Yeah, I think I'll just keep this team. Everyone here is pretty close to... Or, I say pretty close, even though like 2 of them are like still 100,000 away, but closer than everyone else. Hate scrolling through all this. You know, they're fine. I'll just take these ones off and then call it a day. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Stage of Carnage, Onrieto, ending. Oh. Nice moon. What's so funny? Behold the advent of darkness. The end of the human world is nigh. This corrupt world will never be able to withstand Onrieto. People will wish for nothing more than to die and be whisked away to paradise. And yet there is no paradise anywhere to be found. Instead, this human world will be further subsumed into Onrieto until hell lies in every direction. Now that my Onrieto castle has taken shape. Awaken, 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 obey the ritual bestowed upon me by Satan, and activate your true form.
What's awakening?
Ah, Satan, the great Lucifer. This time I swear I shall save you.
Once Onryato Castle's activation is complete, the end of this world will be close at hand. In an instant, this frail alternate history shall be consumed by darkness, and from there, this entire castle shall travel to the distant land of Chaldea. My revenge will not end here. I shall destroy the chronicle theoretical phenomenon where Chaldea resides. Indeed, it shall even destroy the true humanity itself. Thus shall I bring about a future for those history has left behind. It won't be much longer now, Satan. Soon I shall hurry to your side with the hell that is the human world on my back.
I don't like the thumping.
Ah yes, I forgot you were still here. I trust you to
You find your gags flavor to your liking, princess. Please don't tell me it's like coated in blood. That'd be disgusting.
I see from your expression you have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, of course you don't, you fool. It took me over 20 years of crossing between worlds to truly understand. I have seen many different worlds. Some were identical to my own world. In others, madness ran rampant, to the point that nothing made sense. There was a world populated by only sounds as calm and peaceful as any flute, and a world of darkness uninterrupted by the light of day. In time, I came to hear the voice of Satan, and in a flash, I understood everything. It was truly a revelation. Indeed, it was such a momentous event that I ended up going through the final door myself. It was there that I met a god who had also had his brethren slaughtered, just like me. What is he talking about? Has he already gone completely off the deep end? You are wondering if my eyes show sign of madness, aren't you? Indeed, I've been mad for quite some time now. I lost my sanity in Shimabara long ago. My heart is now naught but a swirling vortex of hate, vowing revenge against those who perpetrated this atrocity. Call it an act of madness if you wish. However, you who enjoys the privilege of being a Tokugawa, remember this. In every world that I've been to, your family is the same. Whenever we Christians stand up for ourselves at Shimabara, you always come to slaughter us mercilessly. If I am insane, then you and your family are hateful, cruel, and inhuman. So I will show you no mercy, even if this place is cut off from history. Even if this is no more than a parallel world, I shall show you exactly the mercy you showed us. None. I shall kill every last one of you. His fury is staggering. You mentioned Shimabara. Who is this man?
I bet even God in heaven heard that laugh, Lord Sorcerer. So it is the next step in your plan. You've taken over this castle and kidnapped the princess. I'm guessing that brings us near to its conclusion.
Indeed. You must grow tired of carrying that sword on your back for nothing. Rejoice. Your time has finally come. Shinmen Musashi has come to the castle. You will kill her. From the moment I met you in the mountains of SHIMOUSA, I could tell that that is the sole reason you exist. She may wield the Myojingiri Muramasa, but she's still merely human. She has not yet reached the pinnacle of swordmanship. But you have, nameless man. Though I burn with loathing for this world and everything in it, I still have some respect for your skill. There is no demonic sword in the entire human realm that surpasses yours, and so with you at my side, I have nothing to fear from Shinmen Musashi.
I hope it works out that way. I do want to pay you back for your hospitality. But I'm not so sure I'll get a turn. Lord Imperio is here too, and his swordsmanship is truly terrifying. Once he draws his sword, his opponent's soul isn't long for this world, whoever they might be. Then again, you never know. The only thing you can never be certain of is that nothing is ever certain.
Indeed. Nothing is certain except the destruction of this world, thanks to my Unreado castle. Perish, perish, perish!
Damn, bro, chill out. We get it. You're evil. I hear you.
This is the Chaldea command.
Oh, hey, you got through finally. After how many days has it been? It's been like a week, right?
Do you read me? Do you read Senpai?
Mash, how you doing? I guess because Onriedo is trying to like cross into other worlds, that it's opening up a pathway for their communications to go through.
Thank goodness they finally got through. Da Vinci, our connection to Master has been reestablished.
Good. I'm glad to see my peerless genius has come through once again. This makes all the late nights I spent working on this problem worth it.
But I guess now's not the time for chit-chat. Good job hanging in there, Ritsuka. Let me fill you in on everything we know. First of all, after you fell into a coma, something intervened in the dream you were having, and brought your consciousness somewhere else. We already had data on hand from the time you fell asleep like this for 7 days, so we surmised what had happened fairly quickly. But even though we knew what was happening, nothing we tried could reach you. For some reason, the only thing that eventually worked was ray-shifting Fumakotaro. Although I'm guessing from the looks on your faces that you have a good idea why that worked. Somewhat.
It must have been because Kato Danzo, someone I was very close to, was here. I'm the only one who was able to ray shift here because she existed in this world. I believe the spell I brought with me finally activated when I temporarily absorbed her magical energy.
Ah yes, the special spell I prepared to reboot the comms on the Oh, okay. On the mystic code Ritsuka always carries with her. Phew, it was rough not being able to get in touch with you, but at least we got through now. Unfortunately, I don't think it will last very long, since it looks like you're outside proper history. For that part,
yeah, we're already on it. Don't worry about it.
I'd like to keep telling you what's going on myself, but Holmes has been insisting that he have a turn. Go ahead, great detective.
Pardon. My apologies for the intrusion. I'm quite impressed that you managed to restore both Fumakotaro's magical energy and your own magical circuits, Master. I had deduced that the trouble with our communications most likely lay with you. To begin, your mind was able to attain something similar to a physical body, after being transported in a manner not unlike a ray shift. However, that body is very much a temporary construct. Your real one is still asleep here in Chaldea. Therefore, as long as your new body was able to adjust to that world, there shouldn't have been any issue. But had it not, it is entirely possible that your magical circuits wouldn't function properly. After all, the common device you always use is as much a kind of mystic code as it is a machine. Which means if the magical circuits within your body were unable to acquire energy, your comms device would fail to function as well. When I first got here, I couldn't summon anyone. As I suspected, then either you adjusted to this world at some point, or perhaps someone helped you to adjust through some special means. Oh?
Believe it or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did think it was weird when she said, this is gonna be for all the marbles, and then she started rooting around inside us after she heard that we knew a version of her. Okay. So yeah, she seemed ruthless, but she actually did, in a way, help us. Is that why Shutendoji did that? You think that Shutendoji's spirit origin may have shared memories with the version of her in Chaldea? I suppose it's not impossible, but it's still just that, a possibility. Besides, apart from that, she didn't seem to be linked to the Shutendoji we know in any way. Does that mean it was just a coincidence that she did what she did to Master's body? The chances seem vanishingly slim. Then again, I don't know what you're talking about, but remember, the karma implanted by the Curse of Annihilation destroys this vessel's pride and honor, along with everything else. I don't know. In which case, it shouldn't be much of a mystery. Come to think of it, she did say this world was hell anyway. Hell, Fascinating. This would mean you have indeed found yourself in a nightmare. Miss Ritsuka has wandered into the rift between dreams and reality. That is, I believe, the most likely explanation for our current predicament. A rift? Correct. Miss Da Vinci gave a brief rundown before. But to be more precise, the medical data from the last incident and Miss Ritsuka's condition during that nightmare she saw matched the data for her current condition very closely, whether she remembers it or not. Everything was carefully recorded in Chaldea's library. The medical team who monitored Miss Ritsuka during the last incident did an excellent job. At any rate, given the overlap between the two datasets, the answer is clear. Once again, my dream got connected to somewhere else. Precisely. This place where you now find yourself is neither a prior point in history, nor a singularity that threatens humanity. It is either a closed-off subspace not unlike a reality marble, a separate timeline, or an alternate world. Whichever it is, it has no effect on humanity at large. So far? It is a special world that does indeed exist, but is part of your dream at the same time. In other words, that's the rift between dreams and reality? Correct. And it is here that the woman peeking out from behind you becomes very important. Miss Miyamoto Musashi. Oh, hi. I'm Musashi. Nice to meet you. I wasn't hiding or anything, right?
This is just a little strange. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm so sorry I didn't introduce myself before.
Is this really the time for that nonsense? Our world is on the brink of disaster, you know.
Oh, right. Sorry about that, Grandpa. I guess the other introductions will have to wait. Sorry about that. Not at all.
I'm the one who should... This is taking up more time than if you just said your name. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I have to say, though, awful handy to talk to someone over a distance. I can only imagine what things would have been like in the Age of War if we could have done this back then.
Hey, weren't you the one who was just telling us to knock off the small talk?
True.
I'm glad to see you're in good spirits. Now let us proceed, Miyamoto Musashi. Given what Miss Kirilight has told me about her, I have devised a hypothesis. She is a traveler, a world crosser, a one-of-a-kind...
Yeah, one of a kind. Not like there's Amakusa and male King Arthur. Nope, definitely not.
A one-of-a-kind being best described as a mobile singularity. And currently she's with Miss Ritsuka. And so, nothing more need be said.
Mind saying it anyway?
I try not to make a habit of over-explaining things, as I generally find doing so to be rather lacking in tact. But very well. I described Miss Musashi as a mobile singularity, precisely because of the many connotations such a term implies. Well, one of those connotations is certainly that anything and everything becomes possible there is more to it. Despite her unusual nature, she alone would not cause this sort of interdream phenomenon to occur. For example, the prior 7-day incident would never have arisen had the King of Mages not served as both an external and internal trigger. In other words, there is another factor at work here, besides Miss Miyamoto. Go on, give it some thought. I imagine you must have some idea of who that could be. You really do love to treat your theories like truth, don't you, Holmes?
I mean, he's probably right.
Believe it or not, this is not how I'd prefer to go about it either. But circumstances being what they are, I felt I had no choice. Who else could it be? Don't bother racking your brains when you don't know what he's talking about, Musashi. Grandpa. For example, say there are multiple mobile singularities in the same world. Such a phenomenon would certainly be unprecedented. It could result in any number of abnormalities or other unusual phenomena. Thinking about it in those terms, is there no one who comes to mind?
Multiple mobile something or other? Poor Musashi.
In other words, there could be someone else here besides Lady Musashi, who moves between worlds?
Yeah.
Oh, now I get... Wait, there's someone like me here? Now it all makes sense. When you put it that way, the answer's easy. There's only so many people here who don't belong. Servants, Ritsuka, and... the Sorcerer. I'm glad to see you've arrived at the same conclusion that I did. True. That does line up with everything we've seen so far. Even before Onryedo Castle showed up. Monsters began appearing throughout Shimousa at the same time that the Sorcerer and the heroic Spirit Swordmasters were first seen. Furthermore, the Swordmasters always had monsters accompanying them. And many more appeared in the castle town right when Onryedo Castle showed up. I thought that was just a natural phenomenon, so that Sorcerer was actually summoning them here all along. Do these monsters act in ways that further the Sorcerer's interests? Yeah, I think so. They definitely obey the Swordmaster's commands. Then we can safely assume that this person is the source of every abnormality occurring in that world. Presumably.
You're not totally sure? I mean, it's a 99% possibility.
In my original hypothesis, I surmised that Miss Musashi should be able to control these monsters in the same way.
Musashi?
But that does not appear to be the case. Therefore, I expect the difference is most likely a matter of output. This sorcerer most likely has a stronger mobile singularity temperament than Miss Musashi. So, you mean he's the same as me but a more experienced traveler? Precisely. I must admit that I dislike piling hypotheses one atop another like this. I'd prefer to keep my silence given the number of lingering doubts I still have.
I mean, a rough idea is better than nothing.
Nonetheless, as we discussed earlier, this situation does not allow for such luxuries. It would be one thing if Professor had a hand in this, but to think I would have to explain a case where my deductions were still incomplete.
Thanks for helping us, Holmes. You the realist.
Yes, just to be clear, the things I've told you here are not the full extent of my thoughts on this matter.
Of course not.
I have chosen to withhold some facts and estimates for the time being, so as not to unduly color your preconceptions. I trust you can understand that. We geniuses can be a real pain in the ass, can't we?
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
So let me make sure I've got this straight. Once this Onryedo Castle place fully activates, it might pose a threat to our world as well?
Yes.
And right now you're inside the castle, trying to find and stop the mastermind?
Yes. You got it.
That does sound dire and all, but... Could something that happens in a dream really have an effect in our world?
I mean, he's pretty confident about it, so I mean...
If it did, it would be an unprecedented threat that we've never experienced before. Oh well, never mind that now. Let's get serious and go over what you need to know as concisely as possible. We have your coordinates now and we've verified your existence. We'll also move ahead with preparations to bring Kotaro back along with you. Unfortunately, our connection is still unstable, so I'm not sure when we'll next have audio and visual. But don't worry, now that we have a lock in your coordinates, we won't lose sight of you, I promise. Nevertheless, the dream world you find yourself in right now is still quite real. If you die there, you'll die here as well. So make absolutely sure you return to Chaldea alive. Holmes, in all your investigations, did you never find even a little bit of tact?
No.
Even I know better than to be as blunt as that. And this is me we're talking about. But didn't we already come to that conclusion, like a while ago? I vaguely remember us already mentioning that ourselves. And Mash, if you have something to say, why don't you say it instead of muttering to yourself? I wasn't muttering. I was just thinking that if we ended the call before I'd got a chance to talk to Senpai, I'd miss her is all.
Oh, Mashu! I'll be back as soon as we save Shimousa.
Thank you, Senpai. I'll be waiting for you here. So please, make sure you come back to Chaldea safely.
Oh, we will. We will, our little eggplant. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, don't you worry.
We made it to the keep. Now we just have to get to the top as fast as possible. Boy, I haven't climbed a keep like this in forever. Meets the guy, do you know about the castle in Himeji?
No.
I've been inside a number of castles before, but the only other keep I've climbed is Himeji's.
Himeji Castle's pretty famous. You mean the tale of, bleh. Her name always throws me off. Osaka Behime? I do remember a character thought to be Miyamoto Musashi appearing in it.
That's the one. It was a huge and beautiful castle. I think it was almost as big as this one. Although that's strange, it just doesn't make sense that Toka Castle would be this big, especially during the Tokugawa reign. That Holmes guy said this was a separate timeline, I think. I guess that explains it.
Doesn't matter what it is, let's just hurry to the top and kill this sorcerer person. Muramasa's just like, bro, can we go? Like, I want to go home and have breakfast with my grandkids. Well, I guess it'd be dinner at this point, probably. I want to get back to Onui and Tasuke after all. I know we can trust that woman, but with all these monsters around everywhere you look, I can't help but worry about them. Hang on. If we stop this sorcerer, will that solve the monster problem too? Probably. I believe so. Then it's simple. We head up there and take him down. Though we still have to hurry, of course. Agreed. This should be our final battle in SHIMOUSA, a place in the rift between dreams and reality. Now I'm seeing signs of monsters ahead of us. Let's get through them quickly, Master. Oh, you little shits. Let's take them down and keep going.
These things are still showing up? Pizzica, I'm counting on you to watch my back again.
I got you. I know your periphery on the right side is a bit fucked up, so I got you. I'll be your spotter.
You monsters just can't stop glaring at us living folks, can you? I don't know what hardships you suffered when you were alive, but I think it's time you shuffled off for good. I challenge you to a fair fight. No more howling and rage for you. I'll send you back to the afterlife myself.
You get him. Beat him up. Alright.
命のやり取りとか面倒なことになってるな。
I'm still sad at the fact that,
よーし、そこ狙うからね。
we didn't get more unique enemies for this.
おっと、任せて。なんの
I'd hoped we'd get, more than we did. I think the only unique and new unique enemy that was added here are these guys, right? It's just them. Actually, was it Oni's? No, were the Oni new? To SHIMOUSA too? They might have been. I'm not sure.
皿を持って酒を持って任せて。ふん、そこだ。
It's hard to tell because, like, I've encountered these guys before and the Oni, but I don't remember if they were in main story or if it was like training grounds and events and whatnot. Let's pop this on Satanta.
皿を持って。金を持って。毒にありだ。うまい。
I was hoping that would crit. But alas. Alright, this guy should be done so or not. Alright, I guess not. I'm wrong. This should do him in though. There we go. Alright, what's last? Oni probably? No, Narochi. Okay. Well, we can just do this. Just do will this kill it? These three? Probably not. It might. No, he has no way. There's no way Musashi does 251,000. Yeah, no. Still did a nice little chunk though. Yeah. Nice. You sealed our noble phantasms after we used them. Good job, buddy. Great job. Alright. Actually, let's do this. Damn, the crit. No crits. Oh. There we go. Not quite. One more turn. No! Satanta, no! Poor boy. He was just a lad. A wee laddie. Gone too soon. Ah well. That was a long first node. Oh, only Musashi, huh? Let's swap things around a bit. Yeah, let me put an archer in. Kamatomo, what are you at? 162? Yeah. Take this off. This shouldn't be a... No, this should just be the initial fight with... Actually, I don't know. Maybe I should be safe and put more archers in. Now I'll risk it. It shouldn't be the full fight against Imperio yet, I would think, but...
So far, so good. Although, I'm surprised this floor doesn't look too different from the lower ones. I mean, we're almost at the top, right?
That's right. This is the 4th floor, so the only one left is the 5th and final floor. Since we haven't seen any sign of the sorcerer so far, it's safe to assume he's waiting up above. Maybe it is. Maybe I should have brought...
Stairs, huh? I guess that goes for keeps, too.
What is it, Musashi? Something about these stairs bothering you?
I was just wondering how long it had been since I climbed a flight of stairs, and what world it might have been. But I guess it doesn't matter now.
Not when there's another evil aura close by.
How about you, Ritsuka? Are you alright?
I'm fine, it's nothing. Just a little trouble breathing. I'm glad to see your special resistance still works here in SHIMOUSA, Master. Make sure you catch your breath. We don't want to find ourselves stuck between high and low ground. Stairs are best traversed in one fell swoop. Tell us when you're good to go, and we'll hurry on to the next floor.
For a self-proclaimed old man, your legs sure are in good shape. On top of that, you're not even breathing hard.
Well, again, he's a servant. He has a bit of a buff. And that's because I trained myself properly. I don't know about other smiths, but I always forge while holding my breath. Really toughens up the lungs.
Is that so? Sounds a lot like swinging a sword. Oh, not that I know all there is to know about every other style of swordmanship, of course. Kotaro?
What? You sensed something? I didn't know Danzo was your mother. Oh, please don't worry about me. I was just thinking about the enemies we're facing. The last heroic spirit swordmaster is the Saber of Imperio. Should we assume he's awaiting for us here too? Probably. I would. Can't imagine these people would be anywhere else. Otherwise, we wouldn't have run into that caster. He was a true monster, the type to bide his time and enjoy watching his prey struggle until the last moment. Yeah, a bit of a douche. And he still came at us with a bunch of small fry in tow. So I'm thinking this is the safest place here.
I'd agree with that. Still, there's nothing he can do now that he's dead.
Yeah, sure.
So I say we forget all about him, and move on to this keep's final.
Musashi! Behind you!
Musashi!
He erased his presence so completely, I had no idea he was right behind me. How can he still be alive? I don't know.
It's just a matter of luck now. I need to turn around,
Draw my sword and cut him down in a single slash, all in one motion.
What's the meaning of...
Revolting. I can barely stand to look at you. This pretty facade you wrap yourself in is nothing more than an illusion to hide your true, ugly nature. Begone, filth. Okay. I guess Imperio didn't like that someone who was already defeated was trying to sneak attack. You slew one of your own comrades? Comrade? I have no need for such outside interference. I never once considered that thing a comrade. At any rate, you certainly took your time getting here. For a while, I wasn't sure you'd even get here before the world ended, Shinmen Musashi.
How did some guy to hell put it again? A soul who is truly gifted at cutting human bodies apart in the most cold and efficient way possible. I presume you were the one she most had in mind, Saber of Imperio?
Humph. What an amusing description. Indeed, I do excel at cutting apart human bodies in an efficient way. The path I walk leads not towards the Buddha. I am but a single blade that can be swung effortlessly. In other words, my sole purpose is killing. Yeah, I had a weird feeling that that would be the case. It made too much sense. Yeah, it is the third old guy that's betrayed us. That's gonna be a theme for the students. Oh, I mean, it already is a theme, I guess. Now we just have to wait and see if it happens in Salem, too. My name is Yagyu Tajima no Kami Munanori. I am the final heroic spirit swordmaster, Imperio, the one who looks down from the highest point of all the heavens. You were supposed to protect SHIMOUSA, not destroy it, not leave it in darkness. Is this some sort of sick joke?
I'm not surprised. I have no trouble believing you'd be capable of something like this, old man Tajima. There's only one thing I don't get. Every servant has a distinct aura to them. How did you hide yours?
Simple. I am human through and through. Though I may have been given the title of Heroic Spirit Swordmaster and led armies of monstrous creatures, I am the same person I always was. Still the same Yagyu Tajima. That explains it. A human wouldn't have a spirit origin that could go berserk. But how is that possible? Not even servants can withstand the transformation that comes from having the curse's karma implanted in them. There should be no way you can still be human, unless you've already come back to life. I have not. I am not a spirit returned from the dead. I am me. I have the same body, the same life as I've always had. I have merely ventured off the righteous path. For that matter, collecting karma is trivial. I have gathered all of 108 Buddhist defilements. Is that bad? Is it good? I don't know what that means. And here I thought you might be worthy of respect after you cut down that limbo guy. Turns out you're no better. You can try to hide it with talismans or spells, but you still stink of blood and guts. And yes, that is what happens when one spends time around monsters. Although you were the first to notice. And indeed, the irony that I was praised for protecting the people of SHIMOUSA, when my true goal was exactly the opposite, is not lost on me. Nevertheless, the charade did wear. I am no actor. Leading the procession of samurai at Totoke Castle was an especially difficult challenge. It seems I now have no choice but to create my mountain of bodies and river of blood here. It was all I could do to suppress my urge to draw my blade, but in the end, you made your way here none the wiser. Isn't that right, Shinmen Musashi? Let me start by offering you my thanks. and not for humiliating myself by pretending to be an actor at my age. No, my thanks are entirely for you, Musashi. You helped me see who I really am. 6 months ago, our paths crossed by chance, followed by our blades. It was the briefest of moments, but in that short span, every bit of artifice I had built up was stripped away. In a flash, my loyalty to Lord Iemitsu, the life I had devoted to my family's Shinkageryu, all of it was gone.
So this is Musashi's fault.
God damn it, Musashi. In other words, the man I once was had vanished, and all that remained was a single monstrous swordsman.
I did this? Then if I hadn't taunted you into drawing your sword back then, you wouldn't have ended up this way? Am I the one who pushed you into going mad?
I have done nothing of the sort. I was merely stripped of one layer of artifice. I could not be more grateful. That is why I just showed you my own blade in return. You helped me see that my father passed on our outdated Shinkageryu to me precisely because I had never enjoyed studying the sword. This is why I was able to push it to evolve into the Yagyu Shinkageryu. I was content with that. I believed that in the end, the way of the sword is the way of killing, no matter how you dress it up. That there was no special meaning to be found in it, and thus no value to be sought in life. But I was wrong. It was only at this age, after dueling you, that I realized the truth. The mystique of the duel, the feeling of life and death intertwining in a single moment, the time when your mind and your opponent's mind occupy the same space. And I realized the way of the sword is actually quite fun. All of it existed to fight you, Musashi. A sorcerer appeared in the darkness and told me a woman calling herself Musashi would arrive in this world again. In which case, I had no choice but to face you once again. I have been waiting for you, Shinmen Musashi. I may have been regarded as the strongest swordsman in Edo, but only in the time of peace. In the end, such a title is utterly meaningless. As Edo Yagyu, my Otomiryu can only be passed down to the ruling class. I did not pay much mind to my life before. But now, Musashi, I am extremely interested in what comes next. I was born again as a demon to answer a single question. Which of our swords is stronger?
That's why you let all those other people die? Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Like, bro, I get you stopped caring about all that, but like, willingly letting people die is kind of... It is, okay?
It is.
Right. In the end, that's all it comes down to. And yet, I think out of everyone here, I'm the only one who can't blame old man Tajima for this. No matter how awful the things he's done may be.
Lady Musashi.
Of course I'm angry about it. I don't intend on showing him any mercy. That kind of evil wouldn't have flown even in the age of war. I hate what he's done too. Leading monsters to slaughter innocent people. Trampling on others' pride and beliefs, like with Lord Inshun. And all to satisfy his own selfish desire. There's no excuse for that. But even so, I can't bring myself to blame him. After all, I'm a swordsman too. I've also pushed myself to the very limit. I too want to fight strong opponents, and push myself further by dueling with them, to someday reach a peak I can't achieve on my own. Even if I never attain ultimate mastery, I at least want to go out triumphant over the foes that are right in front of me.
Oh, Musashi.
I'm sorry, Ritsuga. I know how messed up that is. And it doesn't mean I'll let Tajima get away. But I can't help but understand how he feels. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. You must be pretty disappointed with me now, huh?
Yeah, I'd never be disappointed by you. You've fought so hard for us for this long. We understand how you think at this point.
Thanks, Ritsuka.
Ritsuka.
Indeed, I could not have understood before my rebirth, but now I understand very well. You are exactly right. That is why I broke the taboo and drew my blade. No matter how I may try to remain calm and unattached, my body cries out to battle you, right here and now. Though I must say, I could not believe what I saw at first.
What do you mean?
I never thought you'd face me with only one eye. It reminds me of Mitsuyoshi more than anything.
Yagyu Jubeishi Chiro Mitsuyoshi? I guess I can see that. Anyway, I'm sorry to spring this on all of you so suddenly, but
would you guys go on without me?
I have to face this old man right here and now. Even if the world's ending, and there's no end of people crying, suffering, and dying, this duel to the death still comes first for me. When you live your life swinging a big
knife and cutting down other people, your pride comes before anything else.
So go on. Go!
We're leaving, Kotaro.
I'm afraid I don't understand how you feel, Lady Musashi, but I wish you luck. You too, Ritsuka. Go on.
I can't leave you.
Huh? You can't leave me behind? And here I thought I'd proven
a little more trustworthy by now.
No, you're right. He's strong. Exceptionally strong. Yagyu Tajima no Kami's swordsmanship
has reached a godlike level.
He's seen things I don't even understand. He's seen things that I don't even understand. I almost certainly can't beat him on my own. Especially since I've only just gotten used to fighting with one eye. If I tried, I'd be dead in an instant. I really can't put anything past you, can I, Ritsuka?
I've got your back. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe stun him with a gander, but that's about it.
I'm sorry I can't handle him on my own. But I'm glad you're here with me.
Come, Musashi.
You bet. Let's see if your fabled Yagyu Shinkaguryu can stand up to my crossblades.
That's it. We shall never get the chance to do battle again. How fortunate that fate has brought us together.
Yeah, sure, you definitely won't fight each other a single time. In a friendly manner, like when you're in Chaldea, surely. Been away from Shimousa stream, says the sword mic we chapter. It's good. It's good. Was a bit how to put it, surprised. Yeah, what is it, surprised? Yeah, I would say I was surprised to were you here when we met Muramasa? I don't remember, but Muramasa was the biggest surprise because I didn't think he would show up so early. Because again, as far as I know, yeah, he didn't come out until what, 2021 in JP. So I assumed he wouldn't have appeared in the story until, you know, close to that time. But no, he appeared in what, 2019 or 2018. That's that was the biggest surprise, really. Yagyu betraying us wasn't surprising at all. I don't think I ever said anything, but in my head, for a while I was like, something is weird here. So I was not surprised when he turned out to be Imperio.
And then Danzo dying was depressing. And that about sums up the largest bits of what happened. Yeah. Oh yeah, 2017, right? Yeah. So, yeah, like 3.5 years or whatever between his appearance and actually being in the game as a playable servant from Muramasa, that is.
Come forth, my blood-soaked frontier. This mountain of bodies and river of blood shall serve as the stage for our battle, and consume the loser's soul upon their defeat. Saber of Imperio is the cursed name of my blade, the true name of my soul, Yagyu Tajima no Kami Munenori. Show me your sword, Shinmen Musashi. Our final battle is upon us.
Let's do this.
Oh, brother.
Eire Kengo 7番勝負 7番目 宮本武蔵 セイバーエンピレオ 一切両断 柳生田島の神宗則 いざ尋常に
Oh, I'm prepared. Don't you worry, narrator. I'm prepared. Oh, he has 2 break bars. Oh boy. Remove buffs for a single enemy during normal attacks. Okay, that's not that hard to deal with. Yeah, I definitely should have brought more archers, though. I should have brought Nobu and Zenobia. Well, we'll see how this goes. I'll just start with. I'll hold off on that. Okay. Not so bad. I mean, this would be useless anyway. Actually, this might be more of a problem than I actually thought. Oh, I'd really... Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, nice evade there, buddy. Didn't do much for you, huh? Alright. Yeah, no point. Alright. Yeah, just full combo again. I mean, so far he's not been... Like, yeah, not being able to hold on to buffs is unfortunate, but Not too bad. Of course, I say that, but he's gonna get his Noble Phantasm next turn, so... I'm hoping he targets Musashi. Ideally. Alright, let's do this now. And hopefully... Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll break his bar. Good, okay. I would think he would be programmed to target her, right? He's mainly been going for her so far. He said Draco like twice. He's going for Tamatomo! Why? Go for Musashi! Was the gut still on? I think it was, right? No, right, because his attack got rid of it! Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I really wish I had brought more archers. Luckily though, he didn't attack Draco at all, so she still has her buffs, which means... Yes, 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 yes. Do this. This should be a nice little chunk. Okay, this should... This should do at least 100, I think. With the Roman trait on... Oh, right, he's not a servant, so it doesn't... Oh, no. I was in the mindset of him being a servant. Alright, bye Musashi. Okay. I'm not gonna use this yet. I'm gonna wait till it's mainly Draco who has cards up. I'll save this too, actually. And we'll do this. Oh, I didn't realize he had that up. Oh no. Okay, he went for Satanta. That's fine. But now we're down to just Draco, Ash, and Medusa. That hurt. That hurt. I mean, 2 Dracos are up. I kind of want to wait for next turn, but I don't know if... Okay, good. Alright, please give me at least 2 Dracos. Frick, okay.
固く着実に。
Actually, should I go for this? Maybe.
お任せを。はい、皿を持って。
Alright, as long as Ash lives this turn,
バーバーシ
we're good. Unless I don't get Draco cards again. Alright, we're fine. Come on, okay. Alright, this works. This will do. This is
この
fine.
辺りがいいですね。
What's it? 61? I need that to be at 65. Okay. Hold that.
さあ、金を持って。はい、もちろん。ふん。そこだ。
Yes, yes, good.
ところにより、刃。
Good. You know, despite the fact that he has 2 break bars, I think he's actually the easiest of the sword masters so far. If I'm being real here. Let's do
金を持って。
quick combo.
そこだ。
Oh wait. Oh no, but That is so bad. I really need him to hit Medusa. Actually, no, wait. What am I talking about? Yeah, this should be fine. What we'll do is
世の力を見よ。欲望が回っている。愉快愉快。手の指だけでは足りませんね。金をも皿を持って。
this.
白亜の城に集いしは清廉なりし無双の騎士。胸躍る幻想を鳥は綴らん。メモリー・オブ・ロンリニウム。毒にあら。まずい。
Okay. Hit anyone except Draco. Literally anyone other than Draco is fine. I don't care. Ah, fuck you. Whatever. She has the guts, and this wasn't a normal attack, so it'll go off. Good. Alright. Alright. And now... Decrease normal attack effectiveness by 100%. I mean, that's fine. I was gonna Noble Phantasm you anyway. So, bleh.
堕落するがいい。小競り合いはここまでです。
Alright. What is Medusa's overcharge? Increase C-star drop rate. For, well, that's whatever. But I mean, I guess he's not a servant, so Draco's would be pointless anyway. Actually, should I? I'm giving myself a safety. And this will be a waste, but whatever. I wanted to go through without command spelling, but I'd rather not redo this fight. So, give myself a little safety net.
優しく蹴散らしてやりましょう。ベルレフォンはあ。
I mean, honestly, Medusa's not been doing that bad. Of course, you put an evade on. Whatever. Draco will survive no matter what. So, that's fine. I actually would have preferred if he killed Medusa, so I could have gotten more Draco cards. Thank you. And you have sealed your doom. Easy clap. Yeah, honestly, I think he was the easiest. Other than Inshun. I think other than Inshun, I think he was the easiest fight. I'm not gonna lie. Because the guy was able to do it with a less than ideal team. Whereas for, I think Tomoe, I had to do a second try, didn't I? And like tailor my team to dealing with her. Or someone shoots him. Yeah. Those two and Tomoe were the worst. Doman, because we only fought that ghost thing, he was also pretty easy. I think the Doman Ghost and Inshun were the easiest. Then Tomoe, Shuten and Raiko, then Tomoe, then Paraiso were the three hardest, I think. And even Paraiso wasn't that horrible, but probably the third hardest overall.
It was useless. Any attempt at trying to reach your next move was completely futile. The essence of my new Tenichi lies in adapting to hundreds, thousands of possibilities. But if my opponent stays one step ahead of all of them, there's nothing you can do. To defeat your Suigetsu, I had to enter the realm of the gods myself. I had to find the one right answer that lay beyond every possibility. In other words, I had to slash through the unbreakable heavens themselves.
I call it Kengo Bato, Ishana Daitensho.
I am indebted to you, Hashime no Kami. Thanks to you, I awakened my ultimate technique.
Is this you showing mercy to your opponent? Regretfully, it seems my skill was insufficient to reach you.
Not at all. I couldn't have beaten you alone. Your swordsmanship was divine in the truest sense of the word. I doubt you'll end up going to paradise. But just in case you do, give Lord Inshun my regards.
Very well. I feel much better. Cursed Mitsuyoshi. So this is how you felt whenever you swung your sword. No wonder you improved at such an incredible rate. How infuriating. You may not wish to hear this from me, but I'm afraid I shall say it anyway. Shinmen Musashi, Master of Chaldea. This was the most enjoyable duel I have ever experienced.
The delayed blood spurting from the wound that she gave him like 10 seconds ago.
I win.
Saber of Imperio.
Omae wa mo Shinderu.
Well, I want to say he was a good man, but he basically allowed is that normal for it to have done that? It was like okay. Oh, that reminds me. When I grabbed Passion Lip from the 4-star ticket, the pop-up, this little box here with the clothes in it was in Japanese. I forgot to mention that. I was like, that's weird. Miyamoto Musashi has seen the truth and reached enlightenment. Miyamoto Musashi's noble phantasm animation has partially changed. Its effects have not changed. Oh, okay. Good to know. An Avenger, huh? I guess. Oh yeah, I guess if he would go from ruler to Avenger. I guess that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Yeah, sure. We'll bring Arkwid, and then we'll swap Tomitomo out for where's my BB at? There she is, BB. I could bring my other BB as well, but that BB is still at level 70. I didn't level her to 80 after ascending her. I mean, I guess I could take Medusa out for her. Yeah, why not? Hang on. Alright. This'll do. It's... No, I really didn't pay close enough attention to notice. Okay, this'll do. That Avenger is about to get the reaming of a lifetime. Alright, Shiro.
The time is at hand. In a few minutes, Toge Castle will become a castle of Edo, a manifestation of the impure land, ready to curse all that the Tokugawa hold dear. Even the master of Chaldea that Lord Satan was so afraid of has turned out to be no threat at all.
Haven't we, though?
Now then, are you ready to die, Kiyohime? Who are you people?
What a great view. And if the weather was nicer, I bet I could see all the way to Mount Fuji from here.
Lord Muramasa, the princess is safe. Are you two with Lady Musashi and Lady Ritsuka?
Yes we are. Everything will be okay now, princess.
Why are you here, you cretins?
You mean you can't figure it out? We're here to take down the mastermind behind this whole mess. By the way, we've never met before, have we?
Of course not.
What's your name, mastermind?
I like to know who I'm going to kill before I get to killing them.
I believe this man's name is Amakusa Shiro Tokisada.
Huh?
Yeah, weren't expecting that, huh?
Oh ho. So you know my face, Fuma Kotaro? Then you must have seen Amakusa Shiro's heroic spirit in the correct history. No, on second thought, there's no sense asking. If my heroic spirit would stand with humanity, he and I are nothing alike. To think that he would meekly sidle into his spot in the throne of heroes instead of burning with fury after undergoing the hell that was Shimabara. What a joke.
If you think that's funny, laugh all you like. You're far from the only heroic spirit who burns with fury. Surely you know that from the heroic spirit swordmasters you led. But then, I guess you could never understand. Now I see. So that's what I'm doing here.
What?
I'm sorry?
What are you talking about?
I finally figured out why I was summoned to this version of SHIMOUSA. It's all your fault, Amakusa. You've got so much baggage that you ended up becoming a world crosser, or a mobile singularity, or whatever they called it. Now you pose a threat to the entire world. So either the world itself, or the counterforce, or... this is such a pain. I still don't really get it myself. For one thing, I thought the counterforce, or a heroic spirit chosen as a guardian or whatever, wasn't supposed to have a personality unlike a servant. And I don't know much about alternate timelines of parallel worlds, so I'll leave that stuff for later. Amakusa, I'm here to cut you down.
So at last you realize your role to play, Senji Muramasa. Indeed, the counterforce does reach this far, even though this world is not a singularity. That is why you are the one the world chose to summon here.
Okay.
If you'd remained at your hermitage, wasting your life in peace, I would have left you alone until this world ended.
Well, you were... You know, your sword masters were kind of stealing away his grandchildren, so I mean...
What a fool you are to come this far, just to throw your life away. My body has long since surpassed the limits of humanity. It is now the equal of the heroic spirit swordmasters. If you think that pathetic little knife you've got there can cut me down, Muramasa, you are sorely mistaken.
I already knew you were no longer human, but I don't care whether you're alive or dead, or undead. Well, the only thing you've got inside you now is suffering and anger. You're just a vengeful ghost in human form. You threaten the whole world just by being here. You give that caster a good run for his money. Onui and Tosuke are going to grow up in this world. It's not yours to play around with.
Oh, but I will play with it, and I will destroy every Tokugawa in every world in existence. The chronicle theoretical phenomenon, proper humanity, the correct human history. Once I have destroyed this world, I will swallow them up, and the rest of your worlds too. Satan calls to me. He guides me. No more talk. Here, get him. It is no use.
Looks that way.
It is no use. None whatsoever. Now what's going on here? I'm disappointed in you, Senji Muramasa. Since the counterforce summoned you, I'd have thought you'd had the means to defeat me. But it seems I overestimated you. Wonderful. Now I truly have nothing to fear.
Well, no, the true reason it summoned a blacksmith was so that blacksmith could make a sword that Musashi, with her techniques, could use to then kill you.
It seems I've overestimated you. Wonderful. Now I truly have nothing to fear. You two second-rate heroic spirits are all that stand in my way. Be honored, for I shall bury you my... What?
I believe you meant 2 first-rate heroic spirits, 1 first-class master, and 1 certified swordsman.
So you're the sorcerer I've heard so much about. It's about time we met face to face.
Ritsuka's on the scene.
Superhero entrance.
I see. So Imperio has fallen. That fool. He would never have lost if he had truly embraced Lucifer, the great Satan himself, and devoted himself fully to serving me. Or to serving him. I suppose there's only so far a man of Edo can go. In the end, he was nothing more than a Philistine, not even fit to join the rest of the rabble.
Philistine? You think a man with swordsmanship like his was a Philistine? So that's how you really feel, huh? I guess a snake who crawls in the gutters can never understand how it feels for a bird to soar. Even though he chose to side with stagnation, he never let it sully him, or lost what was truly precious. Even though he chose to become an evil Oni, his pride for his swordsmanship never wavered. Calling him a heroic spirit swordmaster says far more about you than it does about him. He was the true master of the sword. He achieved a level that even surpassed my father. So shut your mouth, you damned ghost. You can't even hope to understand how great Lord Yagyu was. If you truly hated this world, you would just be killing people instead of transforming them into monsters. That's not an act of anger. It's envy. You've no right to speak of things like that anywhere, let alone in a keep built for governing people.
Yeah, tell his ass. Humph. You certainly do yap a lot for someone who disgraced himself as Shimabara. But then I suppose that was the different Musashi. Shinrin Musashi. I see you are every bit of the swordsman I heard you were. Most who dedicate themselves to the sword are fools, who cast aside everything else to master it. But not you. No ordinary stick-waving swordsman could speak of heaven and earth. Only one who's achieved everything can speak a single ultimate truth. You've learned much over your quest to master every martial art and deadly sword stroke. You may be my enemy, but I commend you nonetheless. How truly admirable.
Why are you smiling about that? Don't tell me you actually pity me.
I do. You could never have faced me if you were aware of what you've done. You called me a ghost, Musashi? I could say exactly the same of you. I have indeed crossed between many worlds, seeking my revenge, and lost my humanity even as I remained human. But the same is true of you. I do not know why you began traveling across worlds, nor do I care. The fact remains you've lost your humanity as well. You're nothing more than a monster who no longer has the right to call herself human. Surely even you must have realized that no one is truly has need of you. Of course not. You're merely a drifter, an unwanted outsider in every world you visit. I can see from your expression that you hope to return to your own world someday, but that will never happen. But not because you lost sight of your way home, Musashi. Ordinarily, those like us, who fall into another world, are sent back to our own, through each world's innate restorative power. But in your case, you simply fell into yet another world. That can only mean one thing. You did not lose sight of the way home. Your world as you knew it is gone. You have no home there, no one who remembers you. Your very existence has been erased. That is your true identity, Shinrin Musashi. Like me, you are a ghost reviled by the world.
But I think she already knew that deep down. He doesn't know what he's talking about, Musashi. Yeah, he does.
Thank you, Ritsuka. Now that you mention it, I guess you and I are
like two peas in a pod.
You're right, it is strange. You can't travel across worlds and still call yourself human.
What are you saying, Lady Musashi? That's not true. That's not true at all. You're the one who said all that matters is who you choose to be. That's still true whether or not you have a home to return to.
You bet it is. That's why this isn't bothering me. Doesn't matter one damn bit to me.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't matter, you say?
Nope. You may have gone around crossing worlds out of hate, but I do it out of a desire to be free. I do still look for a way back home, but it's not that important. I can stop whenever I want. Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said it didn't really hurt to hear my way back is gone. But that doesn't matter now. Even if the world does see us the same way, that doesn't mean I'm about to let you get away with this. Sorry to go on for so long, Lord Muramasa, Ritsuka,
But don't worry about me. I'm always in good spirits. So let's just focus on giving this guy what's coming to him.
You bet. Let's cream his ass. I mean, beat his ass.
Oh, the world crossing. All you've done and the best you can do is an act of evil built upon your grudge and resentment. There's not a trace of honor in that. This is going to be our last grand battle. I will cut you down and stop you. Lord Kotaro, Lord Muramasa, and
Ritsuga, my trusted partner from a far-off world.
This is the last Swordmaster duel we'll have to fight. Would you do the honors?
Let this final Swordmaster duel begin!
Alright, Amakusa. You're about to know what it feels like to have your insides be your outsides. We'll show you your own rectum.
Alright. Yeah, you're about to get your ass beat. I ain't gonna lie, buddy. You're not gonna do too hot. I'm gonna be real with you. Nice. Yes, best Kohai. You know, let's, wait, she doesn't have any attacks up. Increase critical strength and start gathering or roll allies. Yes. We'll do this, and then, do I get her extra attack, or do I go for a full quick combo? I kinda wanna go for a full quick. I want them sea stars. Alright. Alright, now we'll use this. Hit strength. Okay, something just fell over. I was like, what the hell was that? It scared me. I guess? Alright,
You get a BB.
yeah, her extra attack is the one problem I have with Summer BB. I don't know. I don't like that she dribbles the ball. I couldn't tell you why. I just... takes me out of it. I don't know. Oh, you have less health than Yagyu. His second health bar was like 400, yours is 300. You ain't dog dookie doo-doo. Yeah, let's continue with the full combo. I wouldn't mind getting that trouble. What? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't like that at all, actually. BB. No matter what anyone says. Yeah, sure. BB, heal yourself. But not yourself. But also is yourself. It's, it's a whole thing. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a fast one. I think I may have cheesed this a bit too hard. Yeah, no. The double BB plus the arc grid was a bit too much for him. We might kill him before he even gets a chance to Noble Phantasm. Yeah, that is weird that he's able as a servant, even though he said he was. That is kind of strange. I hadn't noticed. Yeah, get him. Shove those curses into him, more of those materials. Both of BB's Noble Phantasms are enjoyable. I don't know. They weirdly went hard when it came to BB. Heaven's Feel? Yeah, how'd that work out for you, buddy? That's a little embarrassing, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was bit cringe in it. A wee bit cringy. Man. You know, I do feel like I cheesed this bit too hard. But hey, you know, that's what the BBs are for, right? You know, it would be fun if I didn't use them. You know, they're made for taking down Avengers. Actually, I did use one. I did use one against Yagyu. To give myself a little bit of a little bit of insurance.
Ugh. You foolish little girl. Can you not see that this is meaningless?
Says who? Says you?
Very well. No more games. Ordinarily, I would not use the spell on the likes of you, but you have pushed my patience to its limits. You said my plan is an act of envy? Of resentment? Let me show you firsthand what sort of hell gave birth to that resentment.
Lord Muramasa, Lady Musashi, Lady Ritsuka, get back.
Too slow. Too slow by half, you scoundrels. Far too slow for a would-be guardian or an assassin. Now you shall experience my anguish for yourselves. Reality Marble, the Hell of Shimabara.
I don't know if I want to see Shimabara. I really don't. What is this place? Shimabara.
What is this? It's so dim I can barely see anything. Everywhere I look, it's nothing but haze and fire.
And that's because that's all it is.
This must be a reality marble. An enclosed space the sorcerer created himself. I can't see any of you, but I can sense your presence. Please stay where you are. This air is highly poisonous. If you aren't careful, a mere breath could burn your lungs to ash.
Look, Amakusa, I get you had a bad time. I get it, right? You watched your people be slaughtered for no real good reason. You're kind of scapegoated, but like, this one, let me see who she is. I just bring him up because I'm annoying us. No. He had the Yagyu title, so I assume he was like Tajima's brother, or like a fellow apprentice brother, maybe? I don't know. I think that's the right guy. Son? They did not talk like Mitsuyoshi was his son. Okay. Yeah, I would not have guessed that based on how they were speaking. I'm guessing... did his son die during the Shimabara Rebellion? I don't know. Cause like why? Yeah, like
Damn it, there's nothing here for me to cut. Lady Cannon's protection won't help me here. This world is completely closed off, or rather... this is that sorcerer's original world. I may have lost mine, but he must have engraved his world in his soul this whole time.
So that's why we're seeing a picture scroll of the hell that was Shimabara, eh? And I thought this looked familiar. So this was your own hell on Earth. Shimabara.
Indeed. I trust you can hear me, Senji Muramasa. This domain is the very heart of my fury. It does not suffer any living person to survive. What's more, my reality marble has no exit. It is naught but wave upon wave of hellish suffering and resentment. Now dash yourselves upon its shores, like so much foam. Apologize to those of us who have suffered here, before you break upon its waves. Rejoice and hear the gospel that has appeared before you, before my eyes. Onrito Castle is now fully powered and ready to receive its sacrifice.
He's one of the most romanticized samurais in Japanese fiction, often shown with an eye patch that he almost certainly didn't have in life. Anecdotally, Munenori cut his eye by accident while teaching him a sword technique. Huh. So, okay. So, Musashi's dad, well, not her dad, but, well, yes, her dad, but not. You know what I mean. A version of her dad taught Tajima's son sword techniques? I'm making sure I have that straight in my head. Oh, Munenori's Tajima. Oh, okay. What was Musashi's dad's name? Wasn't his name? Wasn't his name similar? I don't know. I'm used to calling him I'm used to calling Tajima, Tajima, so I didn't. Munenori, for some reason, I don't know why I thought Munenori was her dad's name. Musashi's dad's name. Oh.
Onward Castle is now fully powered and ready to receive its sacrifice. Ah, I can see the sky melting down. It is greater than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason in my head I was like, okay, so Moonisai, okay. I knew it was started with moon. I was like, Alright. Weird. Yeah, in my head I was like, damn, so I guess he learned from his dad till he was like 16 or something, and then went and learned from Musashi's dad? But no, that wouldn't make sense, because Musashi's dad would have been dead. Because, right, yeah, she's from like 20 years before? Well, this version of her, because obviously the male her is alive still, but really old. About to die. I don't know. The timeline stuff's got me fucked up.
So this is beautiful. So this is the end of the world. The gift Lord Satan has bestowed upon me. I have waited so long for this moment. At last, my endless wandering has been rewarded. It is a miracle that this scenery has finally spread to reality. No one can stop this now. No one.
So your castle's pretty much done, huh? You should have kept that to yourself, sorcerer.
Muramasa about a reality marble to break his reality marble. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Grandpa?
Muramasa?
That's right. I don't have any idea where any of you are. So just keep your trap shut for a moment. At long last.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's time to do what I was brought here to do in the first place. You think there's nothing any of us can do to stop this now? You're a fool. Of course there is.
Yeah, why do you think this is this is the body he was put in, huh?
Though I'm not Jubei, the invincible swordmaster. Though I am not Hanzo, the great spy master. Though I am not Abe no Seimei like your so-called caster. Though I'm nothing more than a swordsmith. Why was it that I was summoned? You can never figure it out, and so you have lost. I once sought to forge the ultimate blade, not one that cuts through flesh, bone, or the living. I sought a blade that terminates enmity, a blade that severs bonds, severs certainty, severs karma. That is to say, to be free of one's fate. Uncountable years of toil to reach this place, forging thousands of swords to create a barrow of blades. Many paths converge here, enduring desires flow here. Unjust deaths gather here. My whole life has been for the single swing. The heart of the blade is here. Accept this blow from my Sumukari Muramasa.
Sumu Kari? The sword that emerged from the tail of Yamato no Orochi in the ancient Age of Gods. Now I see. Mochizuki Chiyome, Shuten Doji. So my Yasuit sorcery was always fated to end this way.
Muramasa was put in the body of a kid who had just the right skill set. Just the right skill set for him to be able to do that on the fly.
But how? How did your sword reach me from within my reality marble?
Because your unrated castle shares part of its name with Edo Castle. Haven't you heard? The Demon Blade Muramasa is said to be the Tokugawa's downfall. In the end, your own plot doomed itself. If you hadn't rhymed your own castle's name with theirs, you might have succeeded.
Get shurikened or kunai'd.
What is this? How could a mere metal blade pierce my heart?
It's a kunai, a souvenir from Paraiso.
Oh yeah, they said they would. Yes, they did what they said they would do. They gave him back.
A souvenir from Paraiso. You're going to disappear along with all the hate and suffering of everyone you turned into a heroic spirit swordmaster. You may look like the Yamakusa Shiro Tokisada I know, but you are twisted beyond recognition. It's time for you to die, and apologize to everyone you wronged.
I cannot believe I die, that my great work ends, at the hands of a little ninja boy. Dag!
Retribution!
Alright, but there's still like 2 nodes left of this section and another section. So...
So the whole place is on fire now, huh? I guess the castle started to fall apart after it died. Where are Ritsuka and Musashi? They must be on the other side of the keep. They'll just have to escape on their own then. I'm sure they'll manage with Musashi around. Kotaro, get the princess and jump clear of the castle, down to street level. She'll breathe in too much smoke if you take the stairs. Maybe you can handle it, but a human sure can't. Hurry. Right away. Come on, Lord Muramasa, you need to hurry too.
I think he's disappearing.
I know. I guess this wraps everything up. Hopefully the others manage to get away.
No, don't. You have to. Couldn't the counterforce give you time to say goodbye to Onui and Tasuke?
Well, looks like my time has come. Lord Muramasa, that light. Don't tell me your ether is collapsing.
Fucking counterforce.
I used the Sumukari in a body that isn't divine. Of course I'm gonna follow.
Okay, alright, okay. It's not on a counterforce, I guess. It's he over... Okay. He overexerted himself. That's fine. I think the counterforce would probably still be... Even if it didn't use up all his energy, probably the counterforce probably still would have been like, okay, your job's done. Not using any more power on you.
I used the Sumukari in a body that's not divine. Of course I'm gonna fall apart. But I did what I was put here to do. There shouldn't be a problem with me checking out a little early, right? Can't say I'm going out with no regrets, though. I swear those kids are a handful. Making katanas no different from raising kids. What an idiot I was, reaching a divine level of swordsmithing back when I was still alive.
Oh. But what are we gonna do now? Or what are Onui and Tosuke gonna do? I guess I'll have to stay with Otama. I guess. That's depressing. Like, man. Couldn't even let him say goodbye. Now I kind of wish Otama, I mean, I know it's not this world that it takes place in, so it wouldn't make sense, but it would have been cool if Otama and... Actually, dude, why do I feel like I remember the name Onui? I've been thinking about this for a while. The name Onui is familiar. I don't think she's an FSR, but that would have been a nice reference. Now. Oh, I hate that. I hate when it does this. I hate it. 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 This is Shimousa. Actually, I haven't looked at these yet. Increase all allies' arts card effectiveness by debuff. Decrease 1 charge. It's kind of meh. No Phantasm Strength, Buster card, C-Star Gather Rate, NP gain. Yeah, these aren't that good. Yeah, plug suit. Alright. Yeah, we better get the hell out of here.
Ouch, it's so hot. Why is the castle on fire?
Muramasa and Kotaro must have won. Yeah? Can we go? Can we get out of here?
Oh, really? Hey, you're right. The air's normal again. Well, except for all the heat. Huh. Should have expected Lord Muramasa.
Swoop in at the last minute and take all the glory. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been doing much, so he had to do something.
I'd have liked to be the one to finish the sorcerer off myself. But the important thing is that he's gone. Now I'd better get out of here, on the double.
Why'd everything have to be on fire? Alright, could you not... spoil stuff, please.
I bet the sorcerer must have known the jig was up and decided to go out with a bang or something. Anyway, we need to hurry. Come on, let's... Huh?
Oh boy. Yeah, of course. I was kind of waiting for it. There were 2 nodes left.
My apologies, but you cannot use these stairs. Not as long as I'm here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna block that person.
Okay, YouTube's not letting me do it, okay? I'm just gonna close everything. My apologies, but you cannot use these stairs. Not as long as I'm here. I could have taken that girl's head clean off just now, but I chose not to. Yeah, because you want to be honorable. Also, you look different. The Lord Sorcerer only asked me to kill Shinmen Musashi. He said nothing about that girl. Get out of here, Ritsuka. Don't worry about me. Just go. Musashi? It's our boy Kojiro. I can't believe I've met two exceptional swordsmen on the same day. This samurai's skill is truly godly. He's at least several times stronger than me. On the other side of the burning flames, the lone swordsman flashed a breezy smile. You know what he looks like. You know his name. This man pursued a single skill to utter perfection. A man who could cut a flying swallow several times in a single stroke. The wielder of a fearsome ultimate technique. A man later generations are not certain ever even existed. His name is Sasaki Kojiro. Our goat, the Wyvern Slayer himself. I don't know who you are or where you came from. It looks like you've got some business with me. You sure want to do this now amid this blaze? If you don't get out of here soon, we're both goners. Indeed, I don't want to throw my life away. I'm well aware of the situation. Once I have finished with you, I will quit this place and retire to safety. Beautiful though you may be, I do not intend to perish with you here. Prepare yourself, Lady Musashi. I can't change your mind about this. We don't have any reason to kill each other, do we? No, we don't. I do have a debt to repay the sorcerer, but at this point I believe a simple offering will suffice. There's but one reason for us to fight. We two skilled swordsmen have come face to face. You're right. I take it back.
We have all the reason in the world.
We may never have met before, but I know your name. It looks like my destiny has finally caught up with me. Now the only thing left to do is put everything I have into this fight. Thanks for waiting for me, Sasaki Kojiro. I see. So that is my name.
Aren't you?
Okay, I don't know why I said it like that. It was weird.
Well then, permit me to formally introduce myself. I am the true Sasaki Kojiro. I am the only swordsman who can wield
The laundry drying pole.
Uh-huh.
My apologies. If it is Gonryu you desire, it is not to be so today. Let's assume that the name comes later. That you are Kojiro is what matters. Agreed. It matters not who you are, or whether you are male or female. As long as you fight with intent each of you, you're worth defeating. The path I have traveled has been a solitary one. As a swordsman, that has been my way of life. I have drifted through the rift of history, like a phantom, focused solely on perfecting my swallow reversal. But now you are here, Musashi, a beautiful flower blooming before my eyes.
Can we hurry this up?
It does not matter where. It does not matter when. The duel itself may be void of meaning or purpose. None of that matters to the two warriors. That is what your intuition tells you. After all, once these two meet, they will cross swords.
Once Musashi finally encounters Kojiro, there is only one possible outcome. You're right. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Do we really have to do it here in the middle of these of these flames? Can we not, like, just step outside?
The time has come. Neither heroic spirit, sword, nor sword masters. We are but two creatures that live and die by the sword. It is to this, through history's greatest duel,
that we will prove who we are. This shall be the ultimate duel. And duel you shall.
英霊剣豪7番勝負最終宮本武蔵セイバー無名我流佐々木小次郎いざ尋常に勝負
Oh, my body is ready, narrator. I mean, I guess they have to do it with him at low health, otherwise you'd have no chance with only Musashi. But alright. Maybe should have saved that for when he had his Noble Phantasm ready to go, but that's fine. Oh yeah, that feel good. That feel good, Kojiro. You like that? Crit. Thank you. Good thing that crit rate up didn't actually work. Alright, let's do this. Get our Noble Phantasm ready. Ow! Oh! Chimama! Chihuahua. This might not go so well. I mean, I have command spells to heal her with, so we'll probably be fine, but I kind of hope to do this without command spells, personally. But, I don't think that... Well, actually, maybe. He put evade on. He has... I should have saved... Yeah... All I can... I don't even know if this will help, but... Yeah, if I lose, I know the strategy now. Yeah, I need to save the ignore invincible for when he puts this on, and the invincible for, well, when he's gonna Noble Phantasm. Actually, wait, does he? No. Does his Noble Phantasm have ignore invincible built in? It might. I don't remember. Yeah, this is... Yeah, we're dead. Okay. I know what to do now, though. Alright, withdraw. I know how this battle's supposed to work now. Yeah. Alright,
Alright, Kojiro. You're donezo this time. You're done. You're done, kid.
That was me just forgetting what skills he had.
7番勝負最終宮本武蔵セイバー無名我流佐々木小次郎いざ尋常に勝負
Alright. We're gonna save everything.
Not waste a single skill until they're needed.
I could probably use the how those crits. I could probably use this first one. Yeah. No crit. That's unfortunate. Would you stop critting me? Please. That's so rude. Why you gotta be so rude? Alright, this should leave him at less than half. Yes, okay. Okay, ignore invincible. And you know, just do full buster. Yeah, too bad we had a hard counter for you there, buddy. Go. Okay. Alright, now I need to stun you. Because I think even regular attacks we might succumb to. And then, yeah, we win. Okay. Right. Oh. Yeah, you just have to use the skills at appropriate times and not just burn everything at once. Oh. A little bit of lag there. Alright, Kojiro. You will die amidst these flames. Unless we let him go, which we could. We might. But methinks that won't happen. As their blades clashed, their power and technique seemed evenly matched. No, not only that. Their skills had now surpassed everything. Time, space, existence, essence. Each was the other's perfect mirror image. One, the Zero Sword, attempting to surpass Munasai's peerless One. The culmination of a life spent pursuing a single answer. Faced with untold options, it carefully evaluates, crushes, and discards each of them. A finite skill that only arrives at a single correct answer. A blade that shaves existence down to a single possibility, the ultimate extreme, remaining only as a something. That is Musashi's Zero, a sword designed to bring about an inescapable end, even against the gods or the Buddha. The other, a sword that becomes one with endlessness, a path that accepts countless possibilities. Ordinarily, given the limits of time and space, only a single slash can be made at any given moment. His sword accepts that, and at the same time creates many other answers. A sword of infinity. A strike that pushes its existence to the ultimate transparency, only to still have something to hold on to. That is Kojiro's Swallow Reversal, a sword designed to create a future that not even gods nor the Buddha could evade. The realm of the infinite, or alternatively, the realm of nothingness. Here there is no time, no space, no fate, no good, no evil. It is devoid of thought or feeling, that only those who've achieved true mastery with their blades can reach. Or alternatively, it's a dream, a vision of hell that all villains see before they die. Musashi! Kojiro! Draw? Their swords cross but for a moment. Yet in that moment, infinite possibilities play out. How long will they stay here, alone, attempting to kill each other? Their duel seems as though it will continue forever with no end in sight. This is not a world. It is neither a chronicle theoretical phenomenon nor a pruning theoretical phenomenon. It is something beyond even the rift of reality and dreams. An impossible domain where infinity and zero clash endlessly. And yet, there is another one here who observes them. You bear witness to their duel. You will see how this miraculous, once-in-a-lifetime battle ends. In this clash between fighters, there can be only one victor. So who will you watch? Who is the swordsman you'll stand beside as they bask in their victory? Probably Musashi. Who will it be? Who is it you hold in your gaze? Musashi! Yeah, this isn't the Kojiro we know. This isn't our servant Kojiro. This is living weirdo who might be Kojiro. He was kind of weird about that. He was like, "Oh, is that my name?" Then it's decided. As you watch over them, in this instant, the Zero Sword shall defeat the Infinite Sword. Ah! Oh? Arm? Tell them, though their encounter was like fate itself, tell them it's time to say goodbye. It's over. The winner, Shinmen Musashi Harunobu. Yeah, of course she was gonna win. This is her singularity. Of course she would win. Ah, what a wonderfully fulfilling time that was. I hope you feel the same, Shinmen Musashi Harunobu. Now that I have finally experienced this, I think I will go on ahead. Or perhaps I'll disappear into a rift that shall never see the light of day, and be done with it. Although, the chronicle theoretical phenomenon was it? If there is someone in the throne of heroes, even just one man who resembles me, I wish I could share this experience with him. Farewell, Musashi. You were indeed the most heavenly flower I've ever known. Ah. My goat. Wait. Musashi? Oh, I must have lost consciousness. So I guess this means that swordsman's gone? Yeah. Are you okay?
no, well, that's a stupid question. You're not okay.
It's okay. You don't have to say anything. I know he's gone. If he was still alive, he'd be here smiling as he watched me sleep. So that's what
That's what Sasaki Kojiro is like as a swordsman, huh? Yeah. Oh.
It looks like the flames are getting pretty close. Ritsuka.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Oh.
Thank you. You inspired me to try fighting for what was right. But in the end, it looks like I'm going to die by the sword. I guess. Yeah, that does sound like me.
Since when have you been wanting to just give up? Come on, let's get out of here. You're gonna be just fine.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what I was thinking, fighting a duel in the castle going up in flames.
Now here I am without the strength to run away. What a fool I am. You know, just this morning when I was looking up at the sky, I decided I'd accept whatever happened to me. I thought if it helped me reach the void, zero, I would try doing something I usually don't. Even if I embarrassed myself,
And people pointed and laughed at me.
I'd give it my all and see where it led. Of course, I didn't think everything would go this perfectly overnight. Or that someone would be here with me through it all. I never thought things would turn out like this. I guess you've been watching over me right to the end now, huh? So, this is the least I can do to pay you back.
What? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What? Did she just throw us out the window? What? Did she just fling me out of the castle? Yeah, apparently.
Farewell. Thank you, Ritsuka.
Kotaro? I think Kotaro caught me.
Lady Ritsuka, why did you jump off of the keep? Thank goodness I just barely caught you. If I hadn't been here.
Musashi's still in there. Kotaro, go get her.
Huh?
Go. Save her.
You'll be okay, right? I'm sure. Kotaro or Grandpa Muramasa will catch you. I guess this is the end of my journey.
No, your journey's only just begun. Except this time you'll have a bit more oomph to you.
I reached zero. I finally managed to achieve what I've been working for all my life. And since I found it, that's it. Now that I've reached the zero state, there's nothing left for me to do. Besides, my own world is long gone. This has all been a wonderful yet fragile dream. I have no regrets. Well,
Maybe I don't love that I'm going to go out watching a fire.
I guess I'm even greedier than I thought. If I had my choice, I'd want the last thing I ever see to be the big, beautiful blue sky.
Oh, damn it, Sky! Go today! Magically go today! Of course not. Of course it didn't. Of course it wouldn't. Because fate loves suffering. Type Moon loves suffering. Nasu likes suffering.
The final node. And then I think there's another section that has like one node do it. But start quest. Kotaro's gonna go in there and find her body, I guess, and then we're gonna bury her. It sounds like a hawk is crying somewhere in the distance. Oh, back to old man Musashi.
Distinguished elder. Surely it's too soon for you to coop yourself up in here in Rigondo. I can see you're fairly withered, but you cannot be older than 60 at most.
Seems my destiny has finally arrived. You're late.
I am very sorry, but I am glad to see I'm not too late.
You're well past too late. I can feel death reaching out to me even now. It's reached a point where I'm thinking about my mother.
Thinking back on your mother? Haha, you're a deal more soft-hearted than I had thought, Lord Shinmen Musashi.
You watch your mouth. At any rate, it's good of you to finally come. I've been waiting you for so long, I never thought you'd be the one to keep me waiting. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I cannot rid myself of my regrets. Look, these hands of mine can no longer hold two swords. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Please forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. Please hold your head high, distinguished elder. I must say you've chosen a wonderful hermitage. It's completely cut off from all the outside world's din. Were I to live a long life and grow old in peace, I believe I would choose just such a place as this little shrine from my last days. It is so quiet and peaceful. There's no hustle and bustle of the town to be heard, only the slow passage of time. I see you've reached a state quite unlike the one I attained.
Of all the things I thought you might say, praising my final resting place certainly wasn't one of them. You're terrible at giving compliments. Here, there's no time, no space, no fate, no good and no evil. Iori's all grown up. He's carrying on from Ikinosuke admirably. I think he was a chief retainer for the daimyo, last I heard. I'm going to die. That is why I've been waiting for you, my destiny. I must say though, I've never seen such a handsome swordman before. You look like a cool summer breeze made flesh and blood. Your swordsmanship must be beautiful to behold, my destiny.
Ah, beautiful you say. You are my superior in the art of giving compliments by far. I am but a simple eccentric. All I ever did was hide away in the mountains and spend my days by swinging my sword. I may be an eccentric swordsman, but I'm a far cry from a swordmaster like you.
Swordmaster, eh? Is that what some people call me? Now that you mention it, I suppose I ran into a few of them myself at some point. Still, master is quite an exaggeration. I'm nothing more than a washed-up old man.
Exaggeration? You are the Shinmen Musashi. You will certainly leave behind more than enough legends to earn the title of master. Miyamoto Musashi, Shinmen Musashi. There's not a swordsman alive who does not yearn to be you, and I have no doubt there'll be many more to follow your footsteps. You'll become a legend. I am sure of that much, if nothing else.
A legend, eh? I'm just an old man. I was wild and crazy in my youth, but in my old age, I tried to act a little wiser. But as you can see, in the end, I'm still just a shriveled up old man dying all alone. Still, I suppose there were one or two people who reached out to me. There was the old monk who never met a lecture he didn't like. Oh, and a young man and woman who followed me around sometimes. Those people are why I'm still alive today. No one can survive all on their own after all. Of course, by the time I realized that, I was already all alone. At any rate, that's all I had to say. Sorry to subject you to an old man's grumbling.
I believe you're slightly off the mark there, distinguished elder. As you said, you raised Miyamoto Iori to be a fine young man. and you're leaving behind the Niten Ichiryu as your legacy. You may be alone here in Rigondo now, but stories of your life will continue to spread well after your death. Now that I've finally experienced this, I think I'll go on ahead. All I have is my body and my techniques. Once I die, they'll both be as dust in the wind.
Stop that. Now you're the one sounding like an old man. I don't want to see you looking so forlorn. You give yourself far too little credit. You're a refined swordsman. You're the embodiment of the wind, and are more than worthy of being called my rival. Our duel was not to be in this life. But perhaps, someday, in a different time and place. If only this were hell. Then I could devour Oni flesh, stand and take up my blades.
Worry not. There's no need to mourn our unrealized duel.
Yeah, he already got to fight a younger you. A very different you, but it's still you.
What?
I had to duel Musashi only moments ago. I saw for myself what Niten Ichiryu was capable of. Oh, I must have lost consciousness. So I guess this means that swordsman is gone. Shinmen Musashi did indeed appear before me and reached 0. I assure you that's the truth.
I see. Then I shall take your word for it. I see. So Musashi did reach the void and came to know 0. That is good to hear, Sasaki Kojiro, my destiny. Very good to hear, indeed. Just what I needed to put my soul at peace.
Farewell, Musashi. Farewell, Shinmen Musashi no Kami, Fujiwara no Harunobu. Farewell, my greatest rivals. I am grateful we had the chance to meet. Even as we were never meant to.
They got their duel. You gotta truly become the masters they were meant to be. Only moments ago, this gave us half of Japan away. You know, he's light on his feet. You know, don't worry about it. He just he ran really fast. Oh. See you again someday, flower at the apex of heaven. This is gonna be her burial funeral. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need it. But I guess I have to. I guess we gotta. I feel like it's gonna pull Shinjuku or Shinjuku. I don't know why I said. I don't know why I put a Z first. And that she's just gonna appear in Chaldea with us. Obviously not as an actual servant, but like Sherlock, you know, where he's just kind of there now. I'm looking up at the sky, even though I no longer have eyes to look, or a head to think. I wonder how this is possible. I can feel it. The kind of big blue sky I love is right there above me. There I see it. It's beautiful. So nice. Oh wait, is it beautiful or just nice? Not this again. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Was she immediately brought back as a servant somehow? Or did Kotaro get her and we were able to patch her up? I'm feeling really good right now. So, as the fact that she feels good and isn't in pain, I'm going to assume means she's probably a servant. I'm feeling really good right now, so I'm just gonna go with beautiful. The sunlight, the breeze, it's all perfect.
It makes me want to spill everything I've been keeping to myself. Like, yeah, like what happened when I first came here to Shimousa. When those creatures first showed up after I met Onui and Tasuke. If I'd been all alone, if Onui, Tasuke, and you hadn't been there, I probably would have just run away. Heck, I might not even have stopped until I'd reached Edo or Ichigo. That's me. I'm Miyamoto Musashi, a woman always wandering from place to place. I'm nothing like the good guys in fairy tales who always do what's right. If anything, I'm closer to being a miscreant or a villain. I wouldn't say that. Sure, if I see something unfair happening right in front of me, or a bunch of people about to get slaughtered, then I'm compelled to do something about it. That's not villainous. But then, scrambling to deal with the fallout after you get caught up in trouble, well... It's a lot different from fighting over and over like this. I've never done that before. I live my life, going wherever the wind takes me. But, with nothing but Lady Cannon's protection. But you know, Ritsuka, I didn't dislike the constant fighting I did with you in Shimousa. If anything, I really liked it. After all, you say we do this to survive. That it isn't that big of a deal. But when I fought alongside you, I think I was a swordsman who really fought for what's right. Someone who stood up to those with power and helped those too weak to fight for themselves. I think it was your bravery that showed me the way. Without you, I'd never have made it through Shimousa. It was wonderful. I had so much fun. It was way better than lying down watching the sky go by. I never imagined I'd ever get to experience so many wonderful things all at once. Not to mention that in the end, I got to face off with my fated rival. A one-on-one duel with an incredible samurai. A fighter whose origin is the opposite of mine, and whose sword contained infinite possibilities. I can't thank you enough, Ritsuka. I finally encountered my destiny. It was here that I reached the void, and obtained my Zero Sword. It's more than I could ever have hoped for. I only have 2 regrets. Yeah, just 2. First, I regret that I never got to eat lunch at Grandpa Muramasa's hermitage. Second, udon! Udon! In the end, I never got to try Shimousa's udon. Not even once. But those things aside, everything else was perfect. I made it to the end. I gave it everything I had. I really pulled it off, Ritsuka. That you did. I wish I could tell you how grateful I am. Just one more time. Hi. From the bottom of my heart. I'm so glad I met you. Oh. We just come up behind her like, hey, how you doing? So does that, I guess that I am slightly confused. Did she? Actually, I don't want the answer to that. Never mind. I'm not even gonna ask it.
Thank you so much, Lady Ritsuka. I'm sorry I can't repay your kindness in the way you deserve. Since the castle was destroyed, I'm afraid this is the only kind of place we can meet. On behalf of my father and the townspeople, you have our utmost gratitude.
Did all the townspeople who were turned into monsters and then killed by us come back to life, or is the population decimated?
Huh? Yes, that's right. We'll
rebuild the castle later.
after we've taken care of the town. It may never be quite like it was before, but I still want to bring the Toge Castle town back to a point where it can be considered a second Edo. Yes. I don't know if it'll make a good offering to those who lost their lives, but I hope to do my best all the same. I'll make sure it's done,
even if I have to open all my coffers to do it. That's a lot of money. I was originally planning on returning to Edo myself, but you have kids to take care of.
I I know how to clean up after a fire, so I should be able to help out. Of course, now that my establishment's ruined, I don't know where I can ply my trade. Ah. Then what about an emergency meal station? This area managed to escape relatively unscathed. But it's a disaster zone near the castle. What do you say? I'm sure the laborers and builders would be thrilled.
Yeah, having a beautiful woman give them food and drink. Yeah.
What?
I only just finished babysitting. About that, wait, if you're not gonna take them, who are we gonna pass them off to?
Don't you think it would be better to ask someone with a little more muscle to help out with things like that? Say, come to think of it, where's Musashi anyway? I haven't seen Muramasa since that night either. Do you know where they are now?
About that.
I'm afraid not, Master. I'm the only one here with a sure connection to Chaldea. I doubt Lord Muramasa's spirit origin will be registered.
To borrow Lord Holmes's expression,
this is the rift between dreams and reality. This world may indeed exist, but it also lies on the border between fantasy and illusion. I doubt the events that took place here will have any effect on human history whatsoever. I suppose you could say that none of this will affect our world, but I still think it's better to say none of this can affect our world.
You're saying we can never return here? As we come back for free quests. Like,
Right.
We'll never be able to set foot in this Shimousa again.
Huh? You mean you're leaving, miss? I thought you were going to come back to Grandpa's hermitage with us.
I don't think we can. I'm sorry, Onui.
Really? No, what will we do then? Don't go. Grandpa's gone away, and now you and Kotaro are leaving too?
These poor kids. They lost their parents, and then the man who's taking care of them disappears. They don't even get to say goodbye. And now...
I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it, so... I'm afraid I don't know what to say. I don't blame you for being surprised. I know this is all very sudden, but... Think about it like this. From now on, you two can choose where you want to go for yourselves.
Like, I was about to say the same thing. Like, she's like, what? 9, 10? At most? Like, Kotaro, what are you saying, buddy? Like, if she was 15, she could probably find work. But... like, what? Or like, you know, not... She's not a child. You know, as in a small child. Like what she can... She can't carry rice... Actually... No, rice bags are really heavy. Like, I don't know if Onui could carry bags of rice.
If you like, you can stay here in town and ask the princess or Lady Otama for help whenever you need it. You've already talked to them and they agreed. Or you can go back to the hermitage. I have no doubt that Lord Muramasa left you a nice nest egg. For my part, I would recommend the former first. Connections are important after all. I know you'll miss everyone, but I'm sure Lord Muramasa wouldn't want to see you so dispirited like this. So please, hold your head high.
Okay. You're right. Grandpa always said he was going to go away someday, but... I still miss him. I hope I can go to the lavatory by myself at night.
I mean, hey, there's no monsters anymore. Don't have to worry about being attacked. I mean, you might have to deal with bandits. I would hope most bandits would have the class to not attack a young girl taking care of a child. But I don't know, bandits can be pretty messed up. So I don't know.
But I'll deal with it. I have to. Because when I grow up, I want to be a samurai just like Musashi. I'm gonna be big and strong and beautiful just like her.
Go. That sounds great. And Lord Tasuke certainly seems to approve. Plus, Lord Muramasa did say that traveling like Lady Musashi wasn't a bad idea.
That's true. That's true. Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, that castle's, that's gonna take a while to fix. The blue sky spread out above me. I looked up at the burned out remains of Tokyo Castle. Onryo Castle collapsed, and now only the wreckage of the old Tokyo Castle remains. Neither the castle walls with the creepy heartbeat, nor the pillars were anywhere to be found. All the monster outbreaks were gone for good. Work on the castle's reconstruction had already begun. In fact, this area has been filled with people coming and going just a few moments ago. I helped out a little, but I don't think I'll be able to stick around to the end. In Chaldea's last transmission, they said the race shift should start in less than an hour. So, this is the last time I'll ever come here. Yeah, sure. I haven't heard anything about any victims being found in the wreckage. There were no survivors, nor were there any casualties. Everyone who was in the castle after the abnormality broke out has been deemed missing. Yeah, sure. That's like how Spartans are never... Halo Spartans, by the way, I should probably clarify that, are never listed as killed in action, only missing in action. Along with everyone who went into the castle after it transformed. There was a breeze. A light, gentle breeze that seemed to leave as quickly as it arrived. Thinking I just heard something, I turn around. I see something glinting off in the distance. Musashi? Are we gonna get to say goodbye after all? I desperately pour through the wreckage until all of a sudden, there it is. Oh, what? Akutana Suba, the Blade Guard. No, wait. This is what she had on her when... Musashi... Man... We're gonna use that as a catalyst to summon her to Chaldea, right? Why are you alive?
Curse you. Curse you. Curse you. They're dead, dead, dead. Every blade I assembled here in SHIMOUSA. All dead and gone. The 7 heroic spirit swordmasters are finished. Shin and Musashi and the master of Chaldea finished us all off. After all those screaming, anguished souls, after 5 nights, 1 human and 1 puppet gave their lives and killed countless others. The world remains unchanged. Life's struggle, its thirst. It's so bright it can barely stand it. So this is what a fate worse than death feels like. Curse you.
I won't be satisfied with just my entrails on a plate. I shall burn off all traces of reason and rob myself of my sanity.
Curse you. Who could laugh off an overwhelming loss like that?
Any reasonable person?
No, wait. Well done on your victory, humanity.
His figure was that of a carnivorous beast, his voice like the ghost of an evil king. But the caster of Limbo was supposed to be dead. Wrong. Wrong! Such a creature could never be the hollow vessel of a spirit origin, one of the 7 knights destined to save the world. No, this creature has consumed gods,
Its purpose is to tear gods asunder, to make their flesh his own. He has taken in the dark god as his own personal son, and transformed the wicked god into his own magical energy. An ego that sprung forth driven by a powerful being, this demon's core brims with evil and malice. Indeed, his true name is not Abe no Seimei at all. It is Ashia Domin, a monk turned onmyoji said to be Abe no Seimei's greatest enemy, who tried to overthrow the city government together with Fujiwara no Akimitsu. An unabashed flower of evil, a voracious, carnivorous beast. Ah, people. Poor, scared people who have continually fended off dreadful things. You must not drop your guard. Fear the curtain of night. Tremble before the dark sun. The world is laden with the roots of evil.
I'm truly mortified, but I may have failed to materialize in Chaldea, but I believe I left behind some good sample data. And above all, I finally found lost history. A missing belt. This SHIMOUSA was always twisted. A pruny theoretical phenomenon. A destroyed world in an alternate timeline that managed to survive. No, that is not right. A parallel world. Close, but not quite. This is something else. This SHIMOUSA is part of human history, without being part of human history. It is another world observed by the god of a distant star. A world resembling a singularity yet not one.
Did you read that part right? Yeah, I assume this is supposed to be like the precursor and like the hint at Lost Belts. Like, hey, the next chapter of the story is gonna be about parallel worlds or something of the sort. Similar to this.
It is another world observed by the god of a distant star. A world resembling a singularity yet not one. What do you think, Lord Satan? Don't you find this fascinating? No. That was only supposed to be a temporary name. But it was just so ridiculous. I mean, Satan of all things. It was only supposed to be a joke. But then the Lord Sorcerer seemed to take quite a liking to it. Nevertheless, I admit, I took the joke too far. Please accept my heartfelt apology, my beloved.
Your beloved?
Lord.
Okay. I'm sure we'll find out who that is later. No one must hear that name, so for the moment, I will not permit these terrible sounds reach anyone's ears. Oh, thanks, narrator. Thanks. For that name is a great curse upon the entire world. Obviously, don't tell me, but when I think great curse upon the entire world, the first thing that comes to mind is our boy Angry Mango. That's the first thought that comes to mind. But it's probably not gonna be him. It'd be funny if it was, though, like hey, you have a 0.01% chance of getting him in friend point summon, but hey, he's also the main baddie of Lost Belt 10 or whatever. No, I still haven't gotten an Ungermine, sadly. Someday, maybe, hopefully. That'd be nice. Hey, we're back! Mash! My baby girl.
Welcome back, Senpai. I'm so glad you're safe and sound. You must be exhausted.
It feels like it's been ages since I've been here. Like a week.
It's good to have you back too, Senpai. Kotaro got here ahead of you, and he filled us in on all the details we couldn't discuss during our transmission. Now we know that, even though you've been asleep this whole time, you were still fighting to help others. And to help us. Thank you, Senpai. I can't wait to hear all about your adventures.
Wait, if we woke up here, did they have us, like, did they just stick our comatose body in a coffin? I would have thought they would have had us in the infirmary. But maybe they just stuck us in a coffin to maybe help bring our consciousness back to our body? That'd be easier that way. I guess that makes sense.
I can't wait to hear all about your adventures. Caldia's library probably doesn't have any record of those events, but I'll be sure to make one myself. We still don't know the real identity of this Satan the heroic spirit swordmasters mentioned, whether it was actually Satan or something else entirely. And above all, the things you experienced in your dreamland adventure are very valuable. Even a normal race shift is a great feat in and of itself, but projecting your consciousness into a pseudo body through a dream? I mean, isn't that sort of like what they do in Extraverse, kind of? Sort of. And then encountering a world crosser on top of that? It was one mind blower after another.
But they also use technology to kind of help it along, so I mean, yeah.
I'm going to thoroughly debrief you later, so make sure you're ready for that.
Okay.
But first, you should go get plenty of rest. Your body may have technically been asleep, but your mind was fully active the entire time. So please, take your time and rest up. There's no rush.
I am kind of tired. Oh, hey!
What's all the fuss about in here? Oh, you finally woke up?
Please don't stick your hands into my guts. Trauma.
My, that's wonderful to hear.
But Master, I'm a little worried. Don't you think you slept a bit too much?
Didn't you hear? Master up and wandered off somewhere while she was dreaming. Oh my.
It seems there's an irritating little fly buzzing around in here. How dreadfully unpleasant.
I heard Master finally woke up. Move aside. Don't you know better than to stand around blocking doorways? Oh, my apologies. I simply didn't notice. Dee? I'm just poking my head in since my tails are too big to fit. Oh, hey, you're finally awake, Master. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but welcome back all the same, Munchkin. I've been really looking forward to hear what you've been up to. I think we'd all like to hear that. Oh, I know. Since we're all here,
why don't we throw a little banquet to welcome Master back? You all might be a little horrified of what we have to say.
Lots of alcohol. Stuff happens, you can't take it back. Yes, that sounds like
a great idea. Kyuhime? Maybe, Mash, keep an eye on her.
I'm sorry, everyone. But Senpai really needs a rest.
It's good to be back, everyone. Yeah. Still a little bit traumatized from Shutendoji, but...
I see you've returned. I have nothing more to say. You fought a difficult battle in the rift and came home to Caldia.
Hi, Mr. Missionary.
I don't know who that is. Didn't that girl tell you numerous times? You need rest.
Uh-huh, okay, buddy.
Oh yes, before you go to sleep, check your desk.
Did he leave a Bible on our desk? Let's see what we got here. It's
A Chaldea Calm's mystic code. I wonder if someone forgot it. Or maybe Monte Cristo put it here on purpose. My head is so foggy I can't think of who it could be. I'm not sleepy at all, but my head still feels sluggish. How exactly am I supposed to rest up anyway? It feels like it would be weird to go back to sleep. Just as I was thinking that, the mystic code sprang to life. It gave off a quiet beep, then... Huh? Musashi?
What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
I mean, you kinda...
Just kidding. Sorry if that was in poor taste. Let me see. I think he called this a video recording. Remember that missionary we met in Tokyo Castle Town?
Yeah?
Well, someone who looks just like him told me to record this before I left on my journey. Well, to put it bluntly, I died.
Yeah, it happens.
At least I thought I did. But the next time I woke up, there was the blue sky. And from there I crossed over to some new worlds and kept going on my journey. After several crossings, I arrived at Chaldea. Well, actually, just outside Chaldea.
It was freezing. I mean, we are on like a snowy mountain. That, yeah, so, yeah.
Anyway, I ran into the missionary lookalike after that, and here we are. I tell you not to worry about me, but I guess it's kind of impossible, huh?
Yeah, you tend to get into trouble.
Okay, remember that guy we talked to on your comms device thingy a while back? Holmes, the detective?
Yeah?
He said I'm a heroic spirit who materialized here thanks to a Chaldea summoning spell. Basically, now that we've made a connection, my spirit origin got added as a heroic spirit after I died. So he said it's no surprise I can be summoned to Chaldea now. I think he also said that now that I'm a servant, I've automatically forged a contract with you as my master. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and he also said he found it strange that a what-if heroic spirit who ordinarily shouldn't exist could be summoned with a Chaldea summoning spell. To be honest, I don't really understand any of this very well myself, but I think I'm probably not the same Musashi you fought alongside in SHIMOUSA.
But you have those memories, so I mean...
I'm more like a shadow of that Musashi, so I may not be the person you know. But I'm still me. You know,
a woman who loves to travel wherever the wind takes her.
Anyway, I wish I could see you again. But by the time you watch this, I most likely won't be in Chaldea anymore. After all, it's a whole new world here, and I want to explore. Plus I have to try
21st century udon.
But I promise you this, if you ever need my help again, I'll move heaven and earth to find you.
Especially since it looks like we've made a pretty strong bond now.
Well, anyway, there you have it. See you again someday, Master.
Goodbye, Musashi. I'll pull for you eventually. Be it your saber form or the... Yeah, because she has a berserker form. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she has a berserker here. That they added... I assume they added it when they did the Sam Rem crossover, right? Wait, that's the absolute victory? I didn't pay attention to what the end screen said. Oh, that's it. Man. It's funny because that means she had two masters when she was with Dayu. Berserker Musashi was added way before. Oh. I thought that... Oh, okay. I kind of just assumed that since she was a berserker in Samram that was her crew. Okay.
先輩、コマンドコードはお持ちでしょうか。強化画面からコマンドコー
Grab
ド。
this.
先輩、得意点では
お一人様ご案内。ゆっくりしていってくれたまえ。
Quite strange.
コマンドコードはお持ちでしょうか。強化画面からコマンドコード刻印を選択し、コマンドカードに刻印を
Yeah, no, yeah, of course. Like they mention Onigashima during the singular, yeah. So it makes sense to have had me do it before. Absolutely. It absolutely was justified. Should I do some single pulls on one Gina? Maybe I should save up. Come on, game. Darius, go away. I hate you. I don't want a bento. I don't need a bento. Of course. Of course. I'm not getting her, am I? Methinks it's the 24th will come and go, and I won't have her. I got this sneaking feeling that's gonna be what happens. Oh. Off stream, I'm gonna do the free quests for SHIMOUSA, and I'll let you know if I get her with those Saint Courts. I probably won't. Oh man. But anyway, SHIMOUSA. Good. I definitely the best pseudo singularity. I think I liked Babylonia more. I might honestly, I think I might put it over Camelot though. I think I might go Babylonia, this, Camelot, Agartha, America, then everything else. But yeah, it was really good. Honestly, I'm wrestling in my head. I low-key might put this over Babylonia, thinking about it. But that might be recency bias. I don't know. I think it's recency bias. I think top to bottom, I don't know. I think that's a little bit too much fluff to Babylonia, just a little bit. Like there's some stuff from like, but I don't know. It's tough. They're very close. Whichever way you go, I think they're super close.
But I'm just naming them now. For now, like obviously when we get to Lost Belt, you know, those will probably shift the rankings a lot, but excuse me, where did you put Agartha? You heard me. Babylonia, this, Camelot, Agartha. I don't see what's so crazy about that. I'm being dead ass too, by the way. I'm not even joking. I had a lot of fun with Agartha. Like, yeah, it was, there were some bits in it that were painful, but I had fun. Also, it's kind of funny. They had this giant map, but this entire section over here was unused. I'm guessing we'll get an extra unlock free quest that goes like over here probably. Also America, really? I mean, I wouldn't put London over it. I wouldn't put Shinjuku over it. Like, I think the only ones you have a real argument for having over America, or a very strong argument, is Camelot, Babylonia, this, and Agartha. But yeah, it's just my opinion, you know. Like, cause yeah, I wouldn't put Okeanos, London, Septum, Orleans. I wouldn't put any of those over America. Like, so I feel like it has to be Shinjuku's, but I disagree. I disagree. But I think when it comes to those two, I would say they're equal. They're 5th, 6th, like right there on top of each other, but you know, I don't know. I just didn't have. I didn't get as emotionally invested as SHIMOUSA with Shinjuku, and I didn't have as much fun with it as I did Agartha. It was just kind of. Again, Agartha has the rating it has for fun factor. Like, when I was playing Agartha, I had the most fun of any of those. Is what it really came down to, so that's why Agartha's in 4th, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, once we do Salem, I'm gonna do a tier list where I rank what I've done up to this point. And then obviously, once we get through the long-ass Lost Belt stuff, which will probably take like 8-9 months, if not more, we'll do it again, but and I read it a second time. I mean, I remember a good amount of what happened in Agartha. I don't know. I really don't think Agartha was that bad. Again, you might think I'm rage baiting, but I'm not. I thought Agartha was okay. I thought it was I thought it was fine. Like, yeah, there's some stuff in it I'm like, eh. But overall, I thought it was good. But hey, I mean, In fact, nah. Okay, I was about to say something, but it was gonna be way too rage baity. Like it would have actually pissed people off if I said what I was gonna say. So you know what? I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out. Next time, probably start Salem. Maybe interludes. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, I'll catch you then. Peace.